What started as a lovely holiday in Buenos Aires quickly spiraled into a nightmare.
Liam Payne, the former member of the boy band One Direction, has died,
changing everything in the blink of an eye. It all began with a phone call, chilling in its urgency and, in hindsight, eerily prophetic of the disaster that was about to unfold. October 16, 2024, when emergency responders arrived at the Casasur Palermo Hotel, they were met with a scene of chaos. A shattered television, furniture was overturned, and a man lay dead, having supposedly fallen from his third-floor balcony. The hotel quickly transformed into a tragic scene. The man who lay dead was a famous pop star, Liam Payne, former member of the iconic boy band One Direction. He tragically lost his life at the age of 31, leaving millions of fans around the world in deep mourning.
Part of my childhood. When I was little, I used to always listen to him.
A heartbreaking end that leaves more questions than answers. What exactly transpired in the final moments of his life? Was it an accident? To better understand this tragedy, we must go back to where it all began. Liam was born on August 29, 1993 at New Cross Hospital in the Heath Town district of Wolverhampton, the son of infant nurse Karen Payne and fitter Geoff Payne. He grew up with two older sisters. Born 3 weeks premature, Liam faced numerous health challenges from a young age. Until the age of 4, he underwent regular tests as doctors discovered one of his kidneys was scarred and dysfunctional. In his book, he recalled, "I had to have 32 injections in my arm in the morning and evening to try and make it better." Liam explored various sports including cross-country running and boxing before ultimately discovering his true calling in music. After participating in the X Factor in both the 2008 and 2012 editions, Liam was paired with 4 other contestants, Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik, to form a musical group. The group later became known as One Direction, with their songs dominating the charts worldwide. Liam emerged as one of the standout performers in the band, not only captivating audiences with his talent, but also becoming the highest earner among his bandmates. One Direction achieved unprecedented success for a boy band, selling millions of records worldwide and performing over 100 shows across the globe. Payne was one of the main songwriters for One Direction, credited with writing more than half of the songs on the band's third and fourth albums. Despite enjoying immense success, Liam struggled with profound loneliness and depression.
That level of loneliness and people getting into you every day, that's almost nearly killed me a couple of times.
Often turning to substance use as a way to cope. In 2014, he infamously posed on the balcony of a high-rise, having his picture taken and shared on social media. This alarming display prompted fans to express concerns about his mental health. Band members of One Direction mutually agreed to take a hiatus, which was announced on August 2015, following Zayn Malik's abrupt departure several months earlier. Each member pursued a solo career. While the split proved advantageous for former bandmate Harry Styles, Liam struggled to replicate the same level of success as a solo artist. This struggle took a toll on his mental health.
The whole thing up to that point of where it was just a kind of scramble to stay relevant, let's say.
Liam was in a 4-year relationship with Maya Henry. They began dating in 2019 and got engaged in 2020. However, they ultimately broke up in 2022. Following their breakup, she accused him of being abusive during their time together and soon announced that she was writing a book to expose his abuse and manipulations to the world. Those disturbing allegations damaged his already dwindling reputation and career, plunging him into despair. He began posting a weekly series on his YouTube channel where he briefly touched on his battles with mental health. In 2023, he revealed that he had spent 100 days at a rehab facility in Louisiana, disconnected from the outside world with no access to his phone, in a determined effort to overcome his addiction.
I got to go to this wonderful place in Louisiana and kind of go and get my head straight. I didn't have my phone for, nearly 100 days. I didn't connect with the outside world at all. And it was kind of prepping me for that moment. Upon leaving, actually, was the hardest point, was turning the phone back on, if I'm honest with you, because it was a little bit scary.
It seemed as though Liam was beginning to pull his life together. he has started a new relationship with Kate Cassidy, and the couple often documented their time together online. Meanwhile, Liam's ex, Maya Henry, gave an interview accusing him and his associates of using manipulation tactics, claiming he was unwell and near death as a means to stop her from publishing her book.
When I announced my book, he called my mom. I think I'm not going to be around much longer. And
oh my God.
And I don't play with death. So I'm like, if you say this, I'm going to try and help you no matter what you've done. He would always just say, I'm so sorry for everything I've done. I can't live with myself. But then it's continuing to like try and traumatize me.
Yeah.
And so I always just felt like it was just like a whole manipulation to maybe keep me from not saying anything. Or
amid all these personal struggles, Liam's record label Universal Music Group severed ties with him, a move reportedly driven by both marketing concerns and the turmoil surrounding him. According to a source, this decision greatly affected him. He didn't need the money because he was wealthy, but it hurt him. He was constantly feeling the pressure to keep up with the other guys from the band.
Travel with us to Argentina. I shopped so last minute for this trip, so we literally packed an hour before our flight. It was hectic. We got into the Uber, and Liam was making some beats on our way.
In early October, Liam Payne and Kate Cassidy traveled to Argentina, where they attended former bandmate Niall Horan's concert at the Movistar Arena. Liam said he went there because he and Niall Horan needed to talk.
I would like to square up a couple things with the boy. No bad vibes or anything like that, but just, we need to talk.
Liam had another reason for being in Argentina, to renew his US visa. Reports suggest that he passed medical and psychological tests at a visa center, proving he was totally clean. Liam shared several posts online, hinting that he and Kate were enjoying quality time together.
This is the breakfast table.
I'm just eating an orange.
Just enjoying coffee and breakfast, even though it's like 1 p.m.
Literally, we sleep in every day until at least 12. We're such losers.
No.
No.
After 2 weeks in Buenos Aires, Kate returned home to Miami, stating that the original 5-day trip had unexpectedly stretched into 2 weeks.
Honestly, loved South America, but I hate staying in one place for too long. We were supposed to be there for like 5 days, turned into 2 weeks, and I was just like, I need to go home.
Following her departure, Liam checked into the Casasur Palermo Hotel, where he spent time reworking his favorite One Direction track, Fireproof, on his computer. He seemed to be in good spirits, ate his favorite meal, chocolate chip cookies, and was preparing to fly back to Miami on October 18 to reunite with Kate. But something shocking was about to unfold. On October 16, 2024, just 2 days before his scheduled flight, Liam shared photos of his time with Kate, suggesting that everything was fine. But then he saw something on his laptop and completely lost it. Rebecca, not her real name, a 28-year-old IT consultant from Washington, D.C., shared what happened at the hotel that day. One of her friends was supposed to get Liam Payne's suite, but the staff seemed on edge because Liam hadn't checked out by 4:30 p.m. and was acting strangely. As she walked into the hotel, she saw Liam by the elevator, almost like he was waiting for someone to notice him. He looked desperate. When the elevator arrived, he suddenly said, "Yes, I'm Liam," and told everyone to get in with him because he loved a cuddle. Rebecca decided to wait for the next elevator, but some of the other girls went in with him. Once inside, he started saying weird things and even pretended to choke one of the girls he seemed familiar with, which made the other girls uncomfortable. 10 minutes later, Rebecca was back in the lobby, and Liam returned, holding his open laptop. He threw himself onto a sofa and started reading emails. Rebecca noticed that his laptop was talking aloud, reading what was on the screen, like he wanted people to pay attention to him again. Suddenly, Liam got angry after reading an email, shouted and smashed the laptop onto the ground, shocking everyone around. Concerned, Rebecca went up to him and asked if he was okay. Liam grunted and said, "I used to be in a boy band. That's why I'm so f***ed up." He cursed a bit more, before grabbing his laptop and heading back to the elevator. After he left, a man from Liam's entourage, who Rebecca thought was named Roger, apologized for Liam's behavior. He said he just gets so high sometimes. Rebecca wondered if his friends had tried to help him, but maybe it was too late. The hotel staff looked nervous, and one seemed to be calling security or the police. A few minutes later, Liam came back to the lobby and collapsed. The staff quickly helped him back to his room. The police confirmed receiving an unexpected phone call from the Casasur Palermo Hotel around 5 p.m. The caller requested urgent assistance before abruptly dropping the call. A few minutes later, at 5:05 p.m., another call came in, again from the Casasur Palermo Hotel. This time, he vehemently stated that the situation was spiraling out of control. The most alarming detail? The caller mentioned that the guest room had a balcony and expressed fear that something terrible could happen.
Good morning. I'm calling from Hotel Casasur Palermo, Costa Rica 6032.
What is happening, sir?
We have a guest drunk on drugs and alcohol. When he's conscious, he's breaking everything in the room.
You said alcohol and drugs.
That's correct. We need to send someone with urgency because I don't know if the guest's life is in danger because he's in a room with a balcony and we were afraid he could do something that threatens his life.
And the police arrived. At first, it seemed like they were just there to get him out of the hotel. But then everything changed. Hotel staff started rushing around in panic. Liam Payne fell from the balcony of his third-floor hotel room at the Casasur Palermo Hotel, plunging nearly 46 feet to the ground below. He died instantly upon impact. Paramedics arrived at the scene and confirmed his death at 5:11 p.m. As news spread, a large crowd gathered around the hotel, realizing that the lifeless man on the ground was none other than the famous pop star. Hotel staff and firefighters were called to manage the crowd and evacuate the body. When investigators entered Liam's hotel room, they discovered signs of chaos: overturned furniture, a shattered laptop and television, along with a bottle of whiskey and illicit substances scattered around. The scene painted a tragic picture of what may have contributed to the fall. Communications director for the Buenos Aires Security Ministry reported that Payne had jumped from the balcony of his room. However, forensic experts later revealed that Payne did not adopt a reflective posture to protect himself, and suggested that he may have fallen in a state of semi or full unconsciousness. The initial postmortem examination confirmed that Liam Payne died from internal and external hemorrhaging, as well as multiple traumatic injuries. It also found no evidence of struggle, indicating that he was alone in the room at the time of his fall. According to the toxicology report, Payne was exposed to several illicit substances just before his death. Although forensic experts have ruled out any direct third-party involvement in his fall, staff at the Casasur Palermo Hotel are being investigated on suspicion of supplying the star with those substances in the days leading up to the tragedy. A close friend who spoke to the press said Liam had been clean for weeks. He had been to rehab more than once. He had had treatment in the UK and in California. He went to Argentina to renew his USA visa, where he had to undergo medical examination because of his history with alcohol and drugs. The results of the tests were good. Liam was 100% sober. But when he checked in at the hotel, at some point, someone there started giving him drugs. Liam had tried really hard to get clean. Then they preyed on him. These people only care about money. They didn't care about his health. A source close to the family told the Daily Mail it was an accident. If someone had called an ambulance when he collapsed in the hotel lobby, instead of taking him back to his room and leaving him in there alone in a psychotic state, he would still be with us. Liam Payne leaves behind a 7-year-old son, 2 older sisters, and both parents.